Hi there guys and girls, Frosty Jack here. Hope you're all well and enjoying your Sunday. So, I've been making fuck-ups over the past week or so. As you can see, these Sensi 741s have been severely overwatered. And you can see the effects of that. Now they're in 16 litre fabric pots with Biber's light mix and a quarter mix of extra perlite as well for aeration. And yeah, basically I didn't take into account how wet the soil was before I transplanted them. So the result is really pissed off looking plants, and believe me, they're looking a lot happier now than they were 2 days ago. They were looking severely pissed, and I mean, I thought I was going to lose them at one point, but that was just me panicking. I've never overwatered this bad ever. So yeah, I was really pissed off myself for that. Yeah, but yesterday gave them another watering because they were needing it. The soil was dry at this point, so they did need the watering, and they're finally starting to get better, very slowly, but they were looking a lot worse than this yesterday before the watering, so just FYI, they are looking better. So yeah, massive error on my part, which is unfortunate, really unfortunate. I can't believe I made such a fuck up, because it should have been a couple of weeks and they would have been flipping them into flower, as it's only a pheno hump run. So yeah, bit of a disappointment there, but you live and learn and all that kind of shit. Yeah, real bad case of overwatering. So there we go. You live and learn. I might as well show you this tent as well over here. This is another tent that I overwatered. This is the green gelato and part of the organics nutrients run that I'm doing at the moment currently. And again, you can see slight deficiencies coming through. This wasn't as bad as the others, but still you can see that that kind of almost magnesium deficiency popping through on those leaves there and the serrations. But that is simply just overwatering, but this one's bounced back as well now. She needs watering today. Again, been 12 days since I watered that, so as you can tell, that is a big fuck up. You don't want to be having that much time between your waterings. So yeah, that's all in all there. Oh, I want to show you this one. So we've got the Royal Gorilla in here in a 16 litre fabric pot and Mars Hydro. They kindly sent me one over to review. They asked me if I'd like to do a review of it, so we've got the TS600 here in 2x2, and we're just getting the old faithful Royal Gorilla running to see how it goes. I was actually quietly impressed with this light. First impressions was a bit, tacky, this, that and the next thing. It's a bit light and what have you, but no, all in all, it's a fucking good light, really. Got a cracking lighting veg so far, anyway. So yeah, plant's loving it. This is the only plant that hasn't been overwatered, or the ones that are transplanted anyway. She's really loving life, as always. Good old Royal Gorilla. And last but not least, these girls. So we've got the 4 orange juice in here, and these girls are just biding their time now. They'll be going into their probably 12 litre pots to go into the 3x3. I'm just going to keep these plants small, run them out quickly and find the best, and go from there. And there's a reason for that. There's no point putting a lot of time and energy and what have you into growing something that's not going to be great, i.e. the ones that I've just grown. So little update on the Royal Gorillas, the Royal Gorillas, not the Royal fucking Gorillas, the green gelatos I just did in the 3x3, which you remember from the last run. The last video was just before cut. Now the one pheno number 1 that didn't have any smell, You know, the buds were great, and yeah, I was, you know, kind of happy with the buds, but they didn't smell of anything, so that was never going to be a keeper. Now, number 2 pheno, though, the really colourful one, she was looking stunning, and the flowers looking good, but I was a bit sceptical at the beginning, thinking that maybe the buds were going to be a bit airy and a bit loose, and what have you. But, you know, into the latter stage of the flowering, it looked like they filled out a bit better and what have you. Turns out that wasn't the case at all. In actual fact, they were quite airy buds, and it wasn't because of heat, it wasn't because of excess nitrogen or anything on that line. I just think it was just genetic, because the other plant turned out fine. Any other plants that I've grown in that situation turned out fine. Actually, I've never really had that issue unless it's been too hot. So it must be genetic, and it's a bit of a shame because the terpene profile on it was phenomenal, and it really is. I wish you guys could smell it. It's phenomenal. I will be running her again because I've already got her going for this section, so that's my, or was my keeper of the green gelato, but I won't run her again after this. Really dependent upon what the buds are going to turn out like in here, but I'm pretty 99.999% sure that they're just going to come out fluffy again and frappy, which is going to be a shame, but they're still smokable. They're not, you know, not terrible, but the thing is you'll only be using the very top, so what I'll be doing with this plant is stripping it bare and leaving only the tops, taking off any of these big fan leaves, big light blocking leaves, and try and get as much light to those buds as possible. Hopefully they'll fill out a bit better, but failing that, she's going to be she's not going to have any more place in the garden, which is such a shame because the terpenes on it, oh my god, it is just like straight up sherbet. I just been trimming it at the moment, or trimming what's usable, and oh my god, it's just straight sherbet kind of taste to it all the way through. So when that's cured, that's going to be fantastic. But yeah, just a bloody shame about the bud structure. It really wasn't great. So, you know, pheno number 1 got all the good bud structure, and that one got all the terps. But there we are. That's just how it goes when you're running seeds. But there we are. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you for watching as always. I'll be back next week with hopefully a happier update. Take care for now.